Right, then here we go again. This time it's the my top 10 PlayStation 1 games in my collection in general. Big shout out going to Mark Goes Blind Gaming. He put a request in my N64 top 5 games video, I think it was. Just what he thought my top PS1 games, top 10 PS1 games would be. Obviously inspired me to make this video, so thanks for the inspiration, mate. And let's not get messing around, let's get straight to it, because you want to see that top 10. So I'll start at 10 and work our way up to number 1. In number 10, Time Crisis. A lot of fun memories of the arcade game, and this port is really good on the PlayStation. Looks great, plays great. I don't think it's obviously arcade perfect, but you know, back when this came out in '96, I think it was, it did the job nicely. Felt like the arcade machine at home, especially with the Namco guns and on the CRT. It was really good. So Time Crisis, number 10. At number 9, I've got Ridge Racer. System seller, showcased the kind of power of the PlayStation. Felt like they're the arcade machine at home. The arcade machine had the kind of wow factor back then. This wowed even more, that the fact you could, you know, put it on a PlayStation, play at home. I remember at the time as well, the PlayStation was kind of like the, you know, the black sheep compared to Sega and Nintendo back then, and it really needed something like this to sell it and sell systems. It really did. Apparently loads the whole game into memory as well off the disc. It doesn't access the disc once you get played, which is an incredible technical achievement when this came out in '94. But I think you've all played this, you all know about this. It's a special game, and it kind of embodies what the PlayStation 1's all about. So in at number 8, Tekken 3. The first Tekken game in my top 10. There is going to be another one. Very special game. Just so playable. Came out towards the back end of the PlayStation 1's life. Really fond memories of this at the university. So many people were playing it. It was just a huge game. It still is a huge game. And you know, when you think of like during the 16-bit era, Street Fighter 2 was the kind of definite one-on-one fighting game, you know, across all the systems. Well, Tekken in all its iterations on the PlayStation was the definitive fighting game, and so much fun, and still is a great game. But the first 3 games in my mind are the best, and this is really good. Great graphics too, great port. Now sadly I haven't got the PlayStation version in my collection, but I do have number 7, the Saturn version, the good old trusty pal Saturn, of Command & Conquer. Played this a lot on my PlayStation back in the day when I had it. Great real-time strategy game. Would recommend this. Some really funny full motion video cutscenes. They were kind of quirky back in the 90s. They're really funny now. Very cheesy, but great real-time strategy game. And yeah, so if you like rock strategy games, I would give that a call. Brilliant. Okay, so we're into number 6. This does feel a bit rapid fire, but you know, I'm just giving the key information. Number 6, WWF SmackDown. I think I've mentioned this before, but after a load of rubbish wrestling games in the back end of the 90s, this came out, developed by, was it Jukes, Japanese developer. Just brilliant game, really playable, good story mode, fantastic graphics of the PlayStation. Excellent game. And it still plays really well today, so probably one of the best wrestling games there is, and doesn't get the love it deserves, I think, because obviously it spawned the franchise that went on for years and years, but the first 2 games on the PlayStation are exceptional. So where was we at? Number 7, 10, 9, 8, 7, that was 6, that was number 6. So in at number 5, a game I don't think gets enough praise, Soul Blade, or Soul Edge as it's also known. This is obviously the first game before Soul Calibur, and laid the foundations for Soul Calibur. Brilliant weapons-based combat game. If you played Soul Calibur, you know what this is all about. Introducing all the kind of characters that became famous in the Soul Calibur series. Brilliant fun, great graphics. I remember picking this up for a couple of quid second-hand in the 90s from like Game Station back in the day, and just playing the hell out of it. It's a brilliant game. Would recommend. So where are we? So we're on number 4 now. PlayStation 1 port of Doom. Wow. Worth buying just for the soundtrack on this alone. I mean, if you like dark ambience, deep disturbing sounds from outer space, this is the one. It takes the kind of I think it's cheesy, MIDI soundtrack off the original PC Doom games and puts this great dark foreboding soundtrack on it. Much better than the Saturn version. Plays great. I think it's got Doom 1 and 2 on there. And really great port of Doom, and you know, you need that in your PlayStation collection. In at number 3, Tekken 2. Fabulous game. As I say, I remember the first time playing this when a friend brought his PlayStation around my house with Tekken 2. We played this for hours. Amazing port. Very, very similar to the arcade game. I think just the backgrounds are 2D rather than 3D like the arcade game. But incredible vibes, incredible game. Plays brilliant. Superb fighter. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant game. Really shows what the PlayStation can do. And I'm a big fan. Okay, in at number 2. And it could have been at number 1 really. A game that's just, wow, defines the PlayStation, defines car culture, changed gaming forever, changed racing games forever. That's Gran Turismo. Fabulous game. This is the game actually that made me shell out £150 back in the day when I was a skint student to actually get a PlayStation. The first time I saw this, like, wow, I've got to have a PlayStation. The graphics were amazing. Just had the wow factor. The way you could tune cars up, the amount of cars available, it was just something else. And was it the first game to use DualShock? No, or was that maybe the Resident Evil Director's Cut? I'm not sure, but yeah, it really showed what the DualShock controller could do as well. So yeah, awesome. And then in number 1, shouldn't be much of a surprise to many people, Metal Gear Solid. Fabulous. I mean, as I say, I remember renting this from Blockbuster as a student, putting it in. You know, you look at the cutscenes, you thought you were playing a film. The presentation was amazing, crazy, intense plot. And what I really liked about it is that I've always thought this is a remake of the MSX2 game, Metal Gear 2. Because it's basically that game in 3D. Probably Kojima's finest work. I know some of you Kojima fans might shoot me down for this, but still tons of the test of time now. The GameCube remake, the Twin Snakes, is fabulous as well. You need to play that, but that is my number 1 PlayStation 1 game. Going on to more honourable mentions, Final Fantasy 7. I haven't got a copy in my collection. Another, you know, amazing game. Kind of opened the doors to Japanese role-playing games in the West, which weren't really, most people in the West weren't too interested before Final Fantasy 7, and that just changed the game forever, pardon the pun. And my other honourable mentions are Buster Move 2, or Puzzle Bobble, I think it was known in the UK in the arcades. It's got the Bubble Bobble characters, and you just have to like pop balloons, Tetris style. I don't usually like puzzle games, but that is amazing. Tony Hawk Skateboarding, brilliant soundtrack. Set up the whole kind of skateboarding, free roam genre there. Fabulous fun, great to just play for 10 minutes and have a bash. It's fantastic. Top stuff. I did play, was it, play the most, was it Tony Hawk's 2 on the Dreamcast, and that was amazing as well. And then finally, another system seller back in the day is Tekken 1. And that's the last honourable mention there, because that is a fabulous port and a great game and showed what PlayStation can do. So, thanks for putting up with me for another few moments of your valuable time, guys. Hope you found that enjoyable. Let me know about your favourite PlayStation games. If you want to do a video response, fire away. I'm not going to kind of tag anybody in. But if Mark Goes Blind Gaming wants to do a video response to this with his top 10 PlayStation 1 games, that'd be awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.